Hey ponies, I'm Princess Unicorn and it's Unicorn Tales Tuesday. Today we're going to be reading a curious tale about a girl named Molly Lou Mellon. The book is called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. If you have this book at home and would like to follow along, go on and grab it now. Otherwise, let's get started. One thing that's really neat about this book that I actually just figured out too is that when you take off the cover, it's actually this really neat poster that you can put on your wall to measure the growth of your little pony. I thought this would be a really good book to read because I think many of you are going back to school this week. If you are, I hope you're having a wonderful week and learning lots of exciting things. So here is Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. This was written by Patty Lovell and illustrated by David Catrow. These illustrations are so radiant. I know that you're going to love them. I will do my best to pause before we go on to the next page so you can just sort of take in all of these wonderful colors. Molly Lou Mellon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you." Walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you. So she did. She's in her house here. There's some kitty, a turtle, a dog, a bird, and she's hanging out up here on the staircase, just being her goofy self. Molly Lou Mellon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you. So she did. Pretty crazy picture of the lovely Molly Lou Mellon smiling just as big as she can. Molly Lou Mellon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong and the world will cry tears of joy." Sing out clear and strong and the world will cry tears of joy. So she did. She's singing to all of the little animals in the pond. Molly Lou Mellon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too." Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too. So she did. Then Molly Lou Mellon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. Here she is saying goodbye. And start in a new school. Here she is getting ready to get on the school bus for the first time. Some of you may have just done that this week. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Mellon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good," and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Mellon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick dunk. Honk honk." Molly Lou Mellon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong, but Molly Lou Mellon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Mellon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. That night, Molly Lou Mellon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. "Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Mellon." And here's her grandma reading the letter with her kitty on top of her chair. The end. And that is Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. I hope you guys enjoyed this book and that you're having a wonderful week at school. We are going to be sticking with the back to school theme for one more week. And next week, to give you a preview, we will be reading Princess Grace. So if you have this book, that's great. I hope that you will bring it with you when you tune in next week. And if you don't have it, I hope this gives you enough notice to pick it up so we can read it together. That's all for today's Unicorn Tales Tuesday. I'll see you next week. Bye!